Elections. Vicki?
Here we go again, guys. Okay. I would like to thank my committee members, of course. There's Dennis and Cindy Asseltine, John McGraw, Peggy Sifrit, and Sarah Davis. They did all the work. I just said, here's your list. Please call everybody. Of the 2026 board members, we have Tina Anderson, Perry Johansson, and Mark Swain with 1 year remaining. 2 years remaining, we have Don Ehrlitz, Arlene Klusenar, Ron Peace, and Randy Roberts. Outgoing members, Mary Lou Harbaugh, Danny Moore, and Faye Moore are ineligible to run in this election. Other outgoing members are Cindy Izak, Mary Vanagaski, Doyle Hood, and Bev Husen. Candidates for the Board of Governors. We have 5. We have Mark Doberman, Cindy Izak, Julie Blair, Lee Reeves, and Tony Ashby. Board members must have a minimum of 10 months posse service and 200 hours. Must be in Sun City 9 of the 12 preceding months. Are there any nominations for the Board of Governors? Are there any nominations for the Board of Governors? One more time. Are there any nominations for the Board of Governors? Nominations are closed. We have 1 candidate for commander, which is Arlene Klusenar. To be commander, a member can be an elected member of the current board with 10 months of service and eligible for service the following year, or a posse member who has previously served a full 3-year term on the board, or a member who has been a past commander. Are there any nominations for commander? Are there any nominations for commander? Are there any nominations for commander? Nominations are closed. And now we are going to have speeches, short speeches from all the candidates. We'll start with Mark.
So when I was told that I would be speaking for 2 to 5 minutes, I said, I will try to limit myself to that. So why would I want to be on the Board of Governors of the Posse is the first question. And having been a workaholic for over 50 years, I'm not ready to just sit at home and do nothing. And I can think of no organization better than the Posse to be involved with. I've only been involved for this year. In fact, it's been a little over 10 months, but my time in dispatch, my time as patrol and dispatch have given me a good idea of everything that we do. I think we provide a wonderful service, whether it's the limited benefits we can provide supporting fire and medical or MCSO, our vacation watches, our welfare checks, and so on. And I personally appreciate the assistance parking when I go to the concerts at the Sun Bowl. I've got a long history of being involved in the leadership of volunteer organizations, starting in 1975 when I became a committee chairman of a committee of the California Society of CPAs. Since that time was vice president of the organization, president of the LA chapter, and have been an officer or committee chair in a variety of organizations, the American Association of Hispanic CPAs, National Association of Black Accountants, American Society of Women Accountants, Filipino Institute of CPAs, and a variety of others. As far as what I bring to the table, I'm very systems oriented. I my business for over 50 years, I developed and offered a course to help people prepare for the CPA exam. So I designed a system to help them prepare for that exam. I spent years helping companies design internal controls. So if there are areas that I can be of assistance in systems, I think I'm pretty good with that. I also have pretty good organization skills. I built a business from scratch and built it into a multi-million-dollar business, and in fact became, as a result of it, became an officer of the Washington Post, was National Director of CPA programs for the Post through that business. I am used to working with large and small businesses, and I think the area that I could be most qualified to assist in, although I am a CPA, could probably help in finance, the area that I'm looking at mostly is community liaison. I built a business from scratch. I spent over 50 years as an educator and public speaker. I have been a liaison to various organizations. I'm comfortable both with individuals and businesses. I'm comfortable speaking in front of groups of people. And most of all, I am a very big advocate for the Posse. I love this organization. So hopefully you'll see me as a useful addition and you'll elect me to the Board of Governors. Thank you.
We all know public speaking is not my forte. My name is Cynthia Ejak. I'm again running for the Board of Governors. I was appointed this past year. My goal is just the same. Whatever I can do to make the Posse successful here. I have worked support services, I've worked the shred-a-thon, I keep your kitchen running, and by the way, thank you everyone for being so good about working in the training room when they've needed to work to get their coffee, cookies, whatever, lunch, dinner. I really appreciate it, and you've kept it nice and clean. We're hoping by the end of this week, we'll have everything in our brand new break room. Thank you, Don, for coordinating. That's everything I do. Birthday cards, get well cards, making sure everybody has equipment in the break room or the greeting cards as it goes. That's it. Short and sweet, under 2 minutes.
Julie?
Go up a little bit. Sorry. Rub it in. Hi, I'm Julie Blair, also known as That Tall Woman. I've been with the Posse almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in March. I patrol, I'm an FTO, I'm a dispatcher, recruiter, and I help record some of the Take 5 with the Sun City Posse episodes on Sun City Radio. In case you haven't listened, you need to. I haven't caught one yet, and I've been doing them. A little bit about my background. I have a bachelor's degree in anthropology. I minored in geology, and I worked as a supervisory archaeologist in northwest New Mexico, southwest Colorado, so I'm totally qualified for this.
Oh, you're dealing with all the old
After that, I managed my husband's business for a while. I learned how to use QuickBooks on my own. I had never done anything like that. I was too busy digging. Side note to that, I did have to apologize to a friend of mine that I commuted to college with. She was majoring in accounting, sorry Mark, and I made fun of her because, you know, I said she was majoring in how to use a calculator. So I did have to apologize to her after I learned QuickBooks because it's a little more complicated than I thought it was. Anyway, I later became a realtor and opened my own brokerage soon after that. During this time, I was voted Realtor of the Year three separate times. I was one of only 3 people to accomplish this, and I was the only woman to do it. My volunteer positions over the years, I tried to narrow it down a little bit. I was a district Girl Scout director. I was a director with our local board and then became president. And then I was a state director. I was the state vice president, and I was appointed by the National Association of Realtors to the Fair Housing Committee for 1 year. I was appointed by our local mayor to serve on the Citizen Police Advisory Committee, and I served on that committee for 6 years. And then I was a director and later president of the Farmington Museum Foundation. And I was able to do a fundraiser with that organization, big enough for our small museum to bring in an Egyptian exhibit. It was a national exhibit, international exhibit, excuse me. So that was quite a feat, I thought. I had a lot of help though. My goals for the posse are simple, and I wrote them down here because I was trying to think, okay, what are my goals? What am I thinking here? And I said it was just to be contributing part of our continuing service to the community in the best and most efficient way possible. As an organization that depends entirely on donations, I believe we must be good stewards of the financial support and the trust that our community invests in us. One thing that I think that everybody on the posse should do is work at least part of a day with Mary in Fund Drive and see the checks that come in and the notes that come in from our community members, how much they appreciate us. We get the greatest notes from some people, and we get little checks, $5 checks, $10 checks, because that's all people can afford. And they write notes and say, I wish I could contribute more, but I appreciate what you do. I think that everyone should see that and experience that, and that way you know that we're spending money in the best way we can, because someone sent us $5 and she wants it to go to the best way possible to support this posse. And I just want to continue doing that. Thank you.
Lee Reeves is absent. Okay, Tony?
I've had many favorite jobs in the posse. This is my least. So some of you know me. I'm Tony Ashby, and I'm here to run for member of Board of Governors. I joined the posse in 2016, started out on Lincoln Patrol, and studied and started dispatch before training was even finished. A year later, I was promoted to Master Sergeant, where I helped coordinate the Block Watch program, which is now Community Outreach. Not long after, I was elected to the board and took on the Associate program, which is now Support Services. During that time, I was proud to secure voting privileges for those members. Later, I served as Executive Officer under Commander Dave Miller, who made history by appointing a Support Services member to the Board of Governors. During my term, I was also given the job of coordinating Posse's social functions, and my goal was to increase attendance and help members connect with people they may not usually see, especially making sure new members felt welcome and included. That's where the games and the raffle baskets came to play. A fun way to bring everyone together and try to build camaraderie across all the members of the organization. While working with the Building and Grounds, the lobby and dispatch areas were renovated. I'm running again because I truly enjoy being part of this team, and I want to continue giving back, supporting our members, strengthening teamwork, and helping us serve the Sun City community with pride. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to your support.
Can you hear me now?
This may not be on my phone.
Good morning. I I am Arlene Klusenar. I am running for Sun City Posse Commander. My personal profile you can read in the 1014. It's long and I don't want to stand up here and read it. But I thought I would tell you a little bit more about me so that you can really see who is in the commander's office. I am more than just the 50 years plus of healthcare service. My service is wide-reaching. You might not know why I am so passionate about serving the posse, and I keep using that word service because it's very important. Service to others was ingrained in me as a young child. I was raised in a musical Baptist family. I used to have a pretty decent voice. We all sang. My mom played the piano. My brother played the guitar. I played the guitar and the drums. Yup. And my father preached. We provided church services at nursing homes in the New York City metropolitan area and surrounding suburbs. In high school, I washed the fire trucks.
You want to come over again?
Well, the thing is, Chief, that I really did that because I wanted to be in the fire department color guard. I was president of our church youth fellowship, and I am so proud that I was able to motivate those kids to get involved in things they never would have done on their own. I'll get into that in a bit. Service to others became my passion, my goal in life. That's why I served as a volunteer paramedic for 20 years. There is a quote that aptly describes my definition of service. The quote has been kind of changed through the years, but I'm going to use Shirley Chisholm's. Service is the rent we pay for the privilege of living on this earth. Now the opportunity to serve you as your commander, your captain, has come before me, and I enthusiastically say yes. I see the makings of a continued great future for the posse, and I need to be a part of that. We can work together to increase our membership, expand our services. You will get the opportunity to discuss your ideas and give your input in informal captains' forums that I will be holding. If I can get a group of stodgy Baptist high schoolers to do the Alleluia chorus in 4-part harmony in front of the whole church on kazoos, then I can convince you that sometimes we need the help of everyone to get things done. I look forward to working with you, all of you. And remember, there is a chair in my office for you. Thank you.